14th, and it's time for the Chair's Daily Live. Okay, so it's Friday. I usually do a recap of the week on Friday, but this week has been a little crazy. So yesterday I talked about how the governor ended the Interagency Council on Homelessness because it had been, it was started in 1995. And in ending this Interagency Council, the governor said, well, if they haven't done anything by now, it's well time to end it. I think that tells you a lot about who our governor is. His answer to the Interagency Council on Homelessness not being able to deal with our homelessness issue is just to end it and move on to something else. Oklahoma ranks 28, number 28, with only 22 states lower than us on dealing with our crisis of people dealing with homelessness. According to national ranking, in Oklahoma, 24,000 students every school year deal with some level of housing displacement, either full-on homelessness, living in shelters, living in temporary hotels, or doubling up, living with other families. You can't say that you care about our kids when you're not concerned whether or not they are in a stable home. We've decided that we don't care. And it's time for our government and our governor to admit it. Oklahoma has an issue right now with citizens dealing with homelessness. And it's higher than what we should have based on our climate. But the governor has moved on. It's just like I was saying yesterday, you need to follow his actions, not the things that he says. You need to follow his actions. And disbanding the Interagency Council on Homelessness tells you a lot about what he thinks about people who are experiencing homelessness. I wanted to end the week with something positive, but I had to get that out. So I'm going to, but there's one more thing. When we talk about caring for our children, as you know, Oklahoma is a Second Amendment sanctuary state. That alone should be something that says that we don't really care about our citizens. But when I think about the We Woke Up principal who got caught with minors, the Edmond ex-cop who got caught with minors, the Wellston substitute teacher who got caught with minors, all of this like in the last 10 days. None of them were drag queens. None of this had anything to do with books, because we're talking about things over here, but we're not talking about things that are happening in Oklahoma, because that's where we live. One more thing. Last night's news. I'm just covering all the news so you guys know. Last night's news. There was a guy arrested in Oklahoma who was coming across the state line with tons and tons of fentanyl. And when you listen to the right-leaning folks, particularly our congressional delegation in Oklahoma, they talk to us about the open borders is how fentanyl is getting to Oklahoma. I will tell you that the man that was arrested with all of this stuff was not from Mexico. Let's focus on our real issues in Oklahoma. The only way that we can do that is elect different people to elect us. I'm going to keep saying it over and over again. I'm going to keep saying it in different ways because I want you guys to hear me. The only way that we get folks who are talking about the things that affect us for real, that affect us daily, that affect us long term, is if we change who represents us, if we elect new people. We have to have some balance in our state legislature. It is overrun. We have a super majority of Republicans. And when I say super majority, that means that all the Democrats could decide not to vote, and the Republicans can still pass what they want. We need some balance so that they have to think about the bills that they put forth. Right now, there is nothing that encourages them to put forth bills that we want to hear. They are being encouraged by pats on the back from their national colleagues when they pass crazy bills here. That's what they're getting. They get to go back to other states and say, ha, 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 we passed, I heard about your bill, but our bill is worse and we got it through. That's what's happening in Oklahoma. Help me. Please get involved. This weekend, tomorrow, our two biggest counties and our three bluest counties are having county elections. That's Oklahoma County, Tulsa County, Cleveland County. Cleveland County is where Norman is, are all having their county conventions where they're electing their county leadership and they're signing up volunteers. They're all having their conventions tomorrow. There are other counties like Muskogee County. There are other counties who are also having their convention. It's not too late to get involved. It's not too late to get involved at a level where you get to elect the folks who are leading the Democratic Party. So if you're in Oklahoma County, Muskogee County, Cleveland County, Tulsa County, you have a convention tomorrow. Show up, get involved, help us pick the leaders of tomorrow, help us change who is representing us here in Oklahoma. Thanks for joining me. It will be a great weekend. The weather is great. I'll be back here Monday at 4:15. You guys have a great one.